What's up everybody, it's Devin from Head Up Throttle Down. I'm out for a ride in the Can-Am Defender and I decided it's finally time for me to do this video that I've been promising you guys for a while, and that is a rundown of the product line installed in the Can-Am Defender from Trail Icon. Now if you're not familiar with Trail Icon, they're kind of new to the UTV accessory market, but they've actually been causing a huge kind of buzz, and once you guys see the products, I think you're going to understand why. They kind of speak for themselves. So they've done a really good job of like making things functional yet, you know, beautiful in form, robust and minimalist, but also like, you know, just enhancing the utilitarian nature of your vehicle while making it look super badass at the same time. Please forgive the sweat. It is like 34 degrees out right now. I had to turn the AC off so you guys could hear me, and I am very rapidly cooking alive. But let's get right into the video so I do not pass out from heat stroke. If you guys own a Can-Am Defender, you know the center console like cup holder is absolutely useless at these machines. Like, I don't know what Can-Am was thinking. You know, they build really beautiful machines, but it just kind of feels like they phoned in the center console. So I'm just going to show everybody what a stock center console looks like. So as you can see, the center seat folds down, and it has like, you know, two cup holders here and a spot where my wife has apparently decided to store her gloves, but it's quite useless. And like anybody who off-roads knows that, like, you can't really put drinks in there because they're going to bounce around. You know, you don't want to put anything valuable in here because it's just going to bounce around. And that's it. That's all it does. Like, you can't use it as an armrest. It's too low. This is Trail Icon Center Console Kit. And this thing is absolutely amazing. And I'm off-roading with a open beverage because this kit makes your cup holder adjustable and super sturdy. So like, this isn't gonna rock around and spill on the trail when you're going over the whoops. It's absolutely amazing, and it's adjustable. But the next best piece about this, I'll show you, is you can flip it over and it becomes an adjustable armrest, and it's super solid, and basically the cushion for the middle seat becomes your armrest. And this MOLLE panel back here is what it mounts to. So it just basically goes into these like the slotted rails on the side of the MOLLE panel. And so you can move it up and down. It's adjustable. It's super firm. And obviously it goes back to becoming a center seat cushion when you want to move it. So like, this product is super simple yet very, very practical. And it's one of those things that once you have, like if I bought a new Can-Am Defender, this is probably the first modification I would make to it, because now that I have it, I don't think I could go back to not having it. This product, I feel like is like the piece de resistance to like the entire Trail Icon lineup so far. And I highly suggest that if you're going to get one thing for your Can-Am Defender, it's got to be the center console kit. If you're like me and you're on the trail and you like things to stay neat and organized, and you don't want to be digging through like storage buckets or bags in the back just to like find one thing that you need, you're really going to like this next piece. So this is Trail Icon's underseat / gear storage / rifle rack, and I'll show you how that works because I actually have one installed underneath the rear seat in the back. But basically it's like a MOLLE panel that bolts to the underneath of your seat, so you can store stuff here. So like for me, I always like to be prepared, as you've seen me say in multiple videos. But so I keep my first aid kit here, and then also my bear deterrent here, and like it just folds up under the seat, stays super dry but easily accessible if I actually ever needed an emergency. So it's like the perfect location for that. One mounted back here. I don't actually have anything on it because I just kind of wanted to show you what it looks like without you know, being super busy with like a whole bunch of pouches and stuff. But I actually use my back one specifically for storing like my snatch block, my tree saver, and anything that I want to access in a hurry, but I want to keep, you know, out of the mud, out of the rain. And it's really perfect. And there's actually a little seat lock that goes in here so that if you need to, you can store stuff up in the vertical position and it's not going to rattle around and the seat's not going to flop. You can actually lock this into position. So super cool. And these are actually compatible with like the Rhino grip mounts. So you can actually put like rifle holders here. So if you're a hunter, a sport shooter, or whatever, and you want to bring your rifles along for a ride, all you have to do is mount a couple of those up and put the lock in, and then you have a rifle rack. And unlike, you know, a lot of the rifle racks you'll see for UTVs, it's not going to be a permanent thing. So if you want the space back and you want to go, you know, take 5 passengers with you, all you have to do is pull that pin, take your rifles out, and flip the seat down, and then you have your spare seat backs. You could mount it here. And then so if you're, say, like a fisherman and you want to have a spot to put your rods that are easily accessible, or if you're out doing like farm work or something and there's like specific tools that you want to keep dry, you don't want to put in the cargo bed but you want easily accessible, boom, that's a perfect spot for it. Is that a piece of cheese? Oh my God, don't let your kids ride in your vehicle. They ruin everything. Last 2 pieces I'm going to talk about is the Versa dash kit. But basically it's 2 pieces, and there's one that you can get right here that simply goes over your HVAC unit, and it's available for the ones that don't have HVAC. And then there's this panel that goes in front of where your passenger sits. So this is really, really good for me because, you know, I do a lot of like deep forest adventuring. So I have a lot of like communication equipment. Like you can see, I have my Garmin mounted up here and it's like super stable. My phone holder up here, and it's extremely manageable, very modular. And I also think that it just looks super cool. And like you can tell the detail that was given into like the design of this. Like not only does it look super awesome, but look how functional it is, right? Like the gear shifter goes right up there, doesn't get in the way. You can still access your windshield, and then you have all these mounting spots for you to put your, you know, GPSs, your radios, or you can even mount like MOLLE pouches or whatever for sunglasses if you want to add extra cup holders, anything you really want. It just gives you this like super versatile modular platform to make your vehicle work the way you want to. And that's what I love. It's like, you know, you see other stuff where you add a phone holder and then the phone holder's stuck there, but with like the Trail Icon stuff is everything is designed to be set up the way you want it. And I actually had the, you know, the opportunity to talk to the CEO of Trail Icon, and I talked to him on the phone for quite a bit. His name's Michael, really great guy. Like he's out riding in his side-by-side with his family all the time. You know, all of his products are made in the United States, which is really great. And he makes stuff that works for him and what he sees lacking in the market. And that's why all this stuff is so great, because it's not like, you know, being designed by people who are so far removed from like actually going out here and enjoying these machines. First time I heard of like Trail Icon, it was actually on the forums, and somebody had like posted about, you know, the center console kit and how awesome it was. And then there was this guy responding to him and being like, yeah, like, that really great to hear. And then there was another person who like made a comment about something they would have liked to see different on it. And then he responded to that person. And then I realized, like, this is the owner of the company. You know, he's in there in the forums, engaging with his consumers to build a perfect product. And I know for a fact that he's already made like design changes and stuff based on the feedback that his customers are giving him, because he wants to make a product that people just love. Really important, I think, for Trail Icon, for people to see their products as, you know, like cool and cutting edge and well designed, but I think it's almost as important to them for them to have a good reputation for solid customer service and for, you know, standing behind their products. And to me, as somebody who's not rich, that means a lot. It's like, you know, I spend my hard-earned money to buy a product from you, and if something goes wrong with it, I just want it to not be a huge hassle. And that's what I think is super cool, that, you know, the person that would generally be so removed from like customer level interactions is there on the forums talking to the users to know what they actually think about the products. So a really cool thing about this dash panel here is that it actually gives you a really good place to you know, tie your wires for cable management. So like for me, I'm not going to hardwire this GPS into, you know, a power supply and put the cables and stuff behind the dash, because I take it out and put it in my other rigs, right? So it's really nice that, you know, this just kind of cleans up everything, and then when somebody's getting in and out of the vehicle, they're not ripping cables out and I have to reset everything. To summarize, if you have a Can-Am Defender and you want to maximize like the utilitarian nature of your interior, go check out Trail Icon. The products are super awesome, high quality. It's all really easy to install. I was actually going to do an install video, but the instructions are so simple. There's videos on how to do it. I honestly don't think I could do a better install video than what they provide for you. The only thing I would say about the install is you can tell, I think the guys at Trail Icon have a little bit of an engineering background, because for their riv nuts, rather than doing like what most companies do and just like rounding it up or down to a common riv nut size or to a drill bit size for the riv nuts that they're using, they give you like precise drill bit. So that's really good if you're nervous and you've never done, you know, installs like this before. Go out and buy the exact drill bit they have. But honestly, what I did is I just stepped it down from one drill bit size to like a common drill bit size, and just, you know, looped the hole a little bit, and then every loop I did, I checked the riv nut until I had a perfect fit. So the installation is super easy, super quick. Like putting, you know, all this stuff in, I did probably took 45 minutes.